Hi friends, how's your day going here? On the positive side, it is drop dead gorgeous outside. People are kind of thinking that they're going into fall here, and I'm thinking like, this is a perfect summer day. It's really gorgeous and nice. I got a smackdown today at work. Oh my gosh, it was just like horrors. I already knew from an email that they said, you've got a lot of broken links in your class, and some of that's our fault, and we're going to be working on fixing them. Oh, when I took a look at it today, it was horrifying. So what does this broken links thing mean? I have been teaching all online since 2009. And one of the things that I quickly discovered is how expensive textbooks were when I wasn't all online. And the information is out there on the internet. You just need curated links, and I do lectures on it, both audio and video. And then here are resources that you can go to learn further. These are required, these are optional. And it saves the students over $100 minimum on textbooks. But then I have the responsibility of maintaining all these links stuff. So it was pretty horrifying today. Whole pages of my online website are missing. And part of it is they did a server migration, apparently. They got a new server that should make things so much better, but right now it's kind of rocky. And I have a student that is deaf that's taking my art class, and we've already developed, as part of being disability friendly, all these transcripts. Every single transcript is missing. Now that they say they're going to fix that, I'm hoping that once they can find those pages that are missing. In my art class, I've got backups of them, but my music class, no. So keep my fingers crossed on that one. Then I've had to spend a good portion of today rebuilding links. Like you're supposed to link to an external website to learn more about Vermeer. I was working heavily with the art today. And the link says it's broken, it's not functioning, and it's pretty much identical, the same link, but something happened in the mitigation, and like things got truncated, and so I'm having to rebuild those, and so it wasn't exactly the morning I was expecting. But on the positives, Krista and I, my friend, we were both exposed by her roommate to COVID-19. We've passed our 14-day mark. Everything is great. Her roommate tested negative, so everybody's fine. Krista went back home. She's back at work. It's kind of lonely here again. Oh well. Hop on and take a look at some things that people might not realize are available to them on YouTube. We'll go over how to adjust speed for learning. Not only do I teach online, but I've also taken classes in online instructional design, and so I have little tricks from being a student as well. Being a teacher, I'll show you some things, some extensions that you can put if you're using Chrome that may make your life a lot easier. Then we'll also go over things like why you want to look down in those description box, why you might want to get out of something where a YouTube video is linked and actually go to YouTube because you'll have more resources. And I got asked about searches. And so, I got magic fingers when it comes to searches. So this is how to help you on your ukulele learning journey. Well, I just thought I'd share with you some of the things that I've picked up. I hope you find this useful. Let me know, and maybe I'm missing some things, or you'd like me to talk about some things. Here we go. So when you watch a video, if it's embedded in anywhere, it's best to get it up on the actual YouTube platform because there's some more functions there. One of the functions that I always tell my students about is go to the settings and playback speed. And you can do normal, and it'll sound like this.
Headstock where I'm getting reflection.
Normal, right? But you can speed it up because maybe I'm just talking too slow. Let's double it. Here we go.
Headstock warnings. I've had a bunch of them. The voice sent me, and I was hoping I could sell them at all the festivals.
I think that's an improvement.
You know what happened with that. So,
but if you're watching a tutorial, why not slow it down? Go normal. You can go to 75% of the speed.
Let me show you what it looks like on an instrument.
So if you want to get some of the details going by more slowly, that's built into YouTube.
Anyway,
I should preface this that I'm watching on my desktop. Most laptops, this is a Windows unit, but most laptops, you're going to see the same kind of controls. If you're on a mobile device, look for that little wheel. Sometimes there's even a speed control pull down, depending. I have both Apple and Android on tablets, and so looking at that. Now, down below here, this is called a description box. And if you click show more, there's sometimes other things. And of course you can do show less too, but so instead of become a patron, there's more links. So I always check to see what else they're offering. Can I follow somebody on Facebook, Instagram, things like that. And those will usually show up in what's called the description box. Let's talk about timestamps. With timestamps, which I try to put in most of my tutorials, down the description box, you'll see something like this, and these blue highlighted things, you can click right on it, and it will take you to the exact learning section. I'm not the only person that uses timestamps. I know Ukulele that I follow on Patreon does. And here I am really slow in the background, but let me bump this up. Oh, I'm bumping up something else. Let me talk about this. This is an extension. Let's talk about that. So you know about timestamps. Let's go to video speeds. I use Chrome as my web browser. So the web browser, if you aren't familiar with that term, that's where you access the internet, and it allows you to search, and it's where your YouTube videos and everything else show up, unless you're using a tablet. So in your browser, you can, if you're doing Chrome, you can put in a video speed controller as an extension. Now I've already got it, but just look up video speed controller Chrome. It'll take you to the Chrome web store, and it's super easy to be able to download it, and it will automatically put it as a feature on every video that you watch, whether it's in YouTube or embedded somewhere else. Like I have embedded videos in my university class, so it would work there too. Well, let's go back to this. This is the speed controller, and unlike the YouTube speed controller where you have maybe 4 slow down, 4 speed up settings, these you can go in small increments by tens, minus, so you can really dial it in. So if you're working on a tutorial and you want it to particularly slow down, that's a great way, because you don't have to slow it down so much. You don't have a choice of 75 and 50. You can go 65. Yeah. So something else I thought I would share with you is one of the things that my husband has pointed out is when I get on Google or another type of browser, he says, you can get to the information so much faster than I can. And that's because I use some of the tools, and a lot of people just, overlook those tools. So I thought I'd share that with you. Let's say I just pulled up Paint It Black. Now, it did take it to the Rolling Stones, but if you just put in Paint It Black, you might get some other things, like spray cans and things like that, a movie. There's so many things in that first page that, might not be what you're looking for. So one of the things that I want to do is make sure I throw as much on that description, what I'm searching for, to dial it in. So of course, we're talking ukuleles. So let's type in ukulele. What do you want? Do you want tabs? Do you want a tutorial? Do you want a chord chart? Let's say we want chord. And then the first thing that comes up is the Paint It Black on ukulele, the Rolling Stones, uku tabs. And uku tabs pretty good. There are some of the tabs are not so good. Because they're part of it. Some of them are computer generated, and some of them are general audience generated, and so it runs the gamut. But frequently, if you go to images up here and narrow your search to images, then frequently what comes up are chord charts that are maybe available to groups or people that are putting it out there and saying, hey, throw me a tip or not, and you can get a free chord chart. In fact, if you like more information, like to explore those sites with me, I'd be happy to do that in August here as I'm doing my vlog. So here you can see on the screen, this looks to be like, a real chord chart. You can pull up a bigger snippet of it. It says it's on YouTube, but let's see, when we click further, does the chord chart show up down below? Complete tablature, you blog. So that's a way that you can refine your search, except for it didn't take me there. So those are some of the pitfalls of searching. Looking further, that's a Pinterest. When it says Pinterest, you might be able to get it. But at least if you click on it here and it shows up in the sidebar, you can get a good idea of if it's worth looking at and maybe where it came from. Frequently when I go to Pinterest, I'm not getting the actual chord chart. So this is one way that you can help refine your search using images. If you just want a tutorial or something where it shows it on a play along, doing just videos will narrow it down. Lots of painted black out there. Just a few tips. I was going to show you how Patreon is not working today. So I guess I won't show you how to do searches on Patreon. I was going to take you to Tyler Ostenfeld. It looks like their server's having problems too. Fancy that. Not just me. So we'll have to save that for another time. I haven't played for you today, but I'll throw in something at the end. Hope your day's going well. Take care and spread the ukulele love.